Oki, Dadanastada, Ambawastich, Tanse, and good morning, everyone. I have excellent news from the repair crews and our team in communications. The cutting and removal of damaged pipe was completed yesterday. This is a significant milestone, and it begins our transition from pipe removal towards pipe installation. The majority of the associated materials that are required for the repairs are now either on site or being delivered there. Welding started yesterday and it continues through the weekend, and it includes the adapters that are needed to connect the new piece of pipe to the existing pipe. Reinforcing steel is being installed on the segment of pipe that has a piece called the thrust block, because that important part of the pipe stability system needs to remain in place. Any sections of pipe that have been removed are being stored so they can become part of the independent incident review. The July 5th target for reopening and completion is still very much in play. And with a weekend of warm weather and the sun shining brightly outside, I'm sure that the last thing you are thinking about is how to save water. Obviously, staying hydrated is very important, so make sure you are drinking lots of water, and please look out for your kids and pets as well. But with the outdoor watering ban still in place, running sprinklers or filling pools is not something you should be doing, and you could have a visit from bylaw if you participate in using outdoor water. Those hotspots that we need to repair are getting worked on as quickly as possible, so I would ask that you please restrict your outdoor water use while we are getting these repairs done and we can get things back up and running. I understand it's challenging to beat the heat with the pools closed, so there's been ideas coming in from people around the city about what you could do. The folks at the library have said that there are many branches of the Calgary Library that you could visit, and it's actually part of our network of places to stay cool in the hot summer months. You can check out a show, you could visit a gallery, you could go to the mall. Pack an umbrella so that you can have some shade if you are outside. You can make a plan to float safely down the Bow. Just make sure you have a trusty raft and that everyone has a life jacket. And if you need more tips, you can go to calgary.ca/water safety to understand a little bit more about precautions you should take and plans you should make if you are going to be near the river today or on the weekend. And if your summer Saturday plan includes heading to a patio with some friends, make sure you remember that Bowness and Montgomery are open for business. And speaking of Montgomery and Bowness, if you're planning on having a picnic at any one of our 7,000 park sites throughout the city, grabbing something for lunch from one of the locations in Montgomery or Bowness would certainly be a great way to patronize those businesses and to have a great time with your friends and family. While you're enjoying the weekend, crews will be hard at work fixing the feeder main to restore it as quickly as possible and to restore water service to city and the surrounding area. As the repairs continue, I know that you have been doing your part. You've done a good job of staying below the threshold, and yesterday we came in at 462 million liters of water used. Now that's good because we're below the threshold, and I know we can do better. We have had days when we're at about 440 million liters used, and so I understand I'm asking a lot, but if we can just reduce our consumption a little bit, that would just give us that little bit of extra supply that we need to have in case there's a fire incident or in case it's needed for any type of life-saving measures. We've been at this water-saving thing for 2 weeks now, and there's about 2 weeks to go, so we can do this, Calgary. I know you've got this in you. And while, as Sue Henry said yesterday, there's a concern that this hot water will drive up water use, I know that you've already figured out ways to make sure that your water consumption remains low, and I thank you for that. You've been very good about collecting rainwater for outdoor uses, and I think all that water you've collected would come in handy this weekend if you've got plants that are thirsty. You've also been really good about limiting your showers and limiting your flushes, and you have been running limited and full loads of dishes and laundry. Those are just a few of the ways that you've been able to save water, and you've been sharing all of your ideas on social media and with me directly, and I really appreciate that. Sometimes the habits that we have formed over time just need a little reminder for us to break them. Over the weekend, I'll be bringing you more updates, I'll be visiting some local businesses, and I'll be preparing for an upcoming council meeting where I'm going to call for attention to our water infrastructure system and making sure that we've got budgets in place to ensure security and safety of that water system. And over the coming days, I'll be reaching out to my municipal colleagues across the country to help them understand what's happening here and for us to join together in making sure that this doesn't happen anywhere else. This afternoon at 2 o'clock at the Emergency Operations Center, we'll hear more from experts about the work that's being done to fix the feeder main pipe. So until then, take some advice from Katrina and the waves, go do some walking on sunshine. Enjoy your Saturday.